Hey guys, it's Tony and we're back on the bench. And this evening we're going to be getting into doing another disassembly service on another Penn spinning reel. So we're looking at a Penn 430SS. This is the second generation of the Spinfisher series. High speed 5.1 to 1 gear ratio. I recently worked on the baby brother to this, the 420SS. Essentially, they both work the same way. But we want to get into taking this reel apart, seeing how that happens, and going through those steps and talk about a little bit of the cleaning that's involved. I'll do most of the cleaning probably off camera. And then do a separate reassembly video here. This reel happened to come with some backing lines, so it was common practice, some years back at least, to back, your spool. I would call this a light, spinning reel. Not even a medium. It's just a light. Just a step up from ultralight, but it's perfect for trout fishing and small lakes and things of that sort. But that backing line basically saves a monofilament line, because, traditionally you wouldn't need that entire spool filled up, with like 300 yards of 4-pound test, let's say. And so that's why that backing line happens to be on there. This is my reel now, picked it up recently. With a bunch of other reels. I'm probably going to leave that backing line on there. So we're going to start with taking off that spool. Okay, and we've got our drag stack here. We're going to have a quick look. It's pretty simple. You got a metal washer, and then you've got a Teflon washer here. Take that out. Pretty clean, pretty basic. Okay. All right, and then next we want to back off our handle and take that off. Okay, and there's also a spacer washer here, a rather dirty one. Okay, and then we've got a set screw here for this side plate. Yeah, I really like the design of these reels of this generation specifically. And, this has like a helical, gear system in here, which is basically very similar to a lot of the Greenie series and the Z series for that matter. So here we've got a couple of things going on. We've got a set screw here, and we've got another one up top here that locks into our cam. So we're going to back off that screw first. Yeah, we've got a lot of old residual grease going on in here, and what I'm going to do, just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to clean up a little bit of this right now with the help of a shop rag here. Q-tips are also helpful in this scenario. Get all that old gunk out of there. All right, we've got another screw down here at the base that has to come out. Okay, I'm going to put that in the parts tray. Should be able to pull there's also a washer that rides underneath that screw there. Normally, this would come out. Hit it with a little bit of penetrating oil there. There we go. Cam. Yeah, we've got some really, really dirty parts here, some really old residual grease buildup here, so we want to make sure that we clean that up in its entirety, get all that out of there as much as possible. Okay, so you should be able to pop out this assembly next. Okay, so we have a friction-driven clutch here for the anti-reverse. Okay, so this is a good point to take a picture, right, and to make note of the orientation of this. okay, so that you put it back exactly the way it needs to be. Okay, but we're going to pop that off for right now. Okay, and we're going to put that in our parts bin, clean all that up. We've got a nut here, which I believe is a 3/8, which is the same on the 420 model. Okay, we've got our rotor off. Okay, and then we have here a little bit of excess grease for starters, so we're going to take that off. Okay, and then we have a snap ring in here. And to my surprise, I haven't really worked on these particular models before, but on the last model I saw this same thing where you've got a snap ring, but it looks like it's partially broken. I suppose in this case that's not really the situation. But these snap rings don't have the holes that you could get a traditional snap ring plier into. So in other words, you basically have to go in with a small screwdriver and try to work out the end of this, which is essentially what I had to do on the last one. This one I think is going to be a little tougher, I think. I can see where I need to be, but it's pretty tight quarters in there. But yeah, you have to kind of pry under this. Okay, so sometimes you need a magic tool such as this to get this snap ring out. But yeah, essentially these snap rings, which are not what I thought they would be, they have like this little ramp here on one side, and you have to be able to get a tiny little pick or screwdriver or something in there to pry it out. The 420 has the same thing. For some reason I figured it would have holes in it like regular snap rings, but that's not the case here. So now you should be able to pull out your bearing and your pinion gear. Pretty clean, right? This is a non-serviceable bearing, I believe. I have to clean it off, but I think that's the case here. At least that was the case with the 420 that I just did. I'm going to hose it down with a little WD-40. And actually, this is a serviceable bearing, but it's in pretty good shape. So what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to see if I can't get into that bearing and open it up. Okay, and as you can see, in terms of opening it up, the whole reel is taken apart now. So we're going to spend some time with some, rags, getting all this old grease off here, some Q-tips, and just cleaning up all the gear teeth and all the components the best that we can. And then we're going to take some 4-0 steel wool to like the shaft here and whatnot, and we're going to make all these surfaces nice and smooth and get this reel ready for some reassembly and hopefully some fishing shortly. So thanks again for watching. This is Tony with Back on the Bench. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please make sure you do subscribe and hit the notification button. That way it'll give you all the updates as to when there are new videos being posted, and there'll be quite a few more coming out shortly, so make sure you stay tuned for those, and we'll see you next time.